How's everybody? Huh. Sorry I'm nearly an hour late to my own stream. I spent too long last night playing Black Mesa, and I ended up not getting to bed till quite late in the morning. So as a result, I think I fell asleep for a little while in the shower, so, there's that. So, whoops. Yeah. I end up doing some more Titan Quest. I figured since we're nearly at the end of, slight spoiler, nearly at the end of Egypt, so figure I'd get that done out of the way. So, let's go ahead and get started. Hit the place button. There we go. Determining whether or not I want to open this bag of chips that's sitting near me. Yeah, I'll probably wait till after the stream. Also got some more shit to do with my truck, unfortunately. Changing the oil and oil filter did not fix what was wrong with it. I think it has something to do directly with my coolant instead. Oh well, at least the coolant won't be that expensive to get more of. Or it shouldn't be. Anything like from AutoZone or something. The Valley of the Kings. Okie dokie, off we go. Hello. Yeah, this is where some of the strongest of Egypt's monsters are residing. Ooh, hey, Shrine of Riches. Give me your riches. Plus, there's actually not one tomb, but there's multiple tombs. Nah. So yeah, we'll be here a little while. But it's a Sunday. I don't have to do anything today. I got all my... Well, it's not entirely true. I gotta do laundry. And like I said, that other stuff I gotta do with my truck. But, that's not that bad. Oh, is that ghost coming in here? Yep, it sure is. Fuck off. Well, you I don't have to worry about so much. You're just melee. And I'm not a mage. Oh, shit. Tomb of Amenhotep I. Now we're looking for the Tomb of Ramesses. Is it Ramesses or is it Ramses? I don't know. I think I've heard it pronounced both ways. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Ramesses. I don't know. I am not an expert. I don't know. Ah! Oh yeah, now we have yellow skeletons. The Gilded Dead. Instead of the Desecrated Dead. Well, the majority of them really aren't that dangerous. Except for one type of the yellowy golden skeletons, which would be the warlocks, or a special subset of the liches. Those are dangerous, especially if you're a mage or if you rely on mana, because they can bust your or buffs. If you rely on buffs and mana, then you're screwed. They'll rip you apart. The active debuff thing, like, it immediately cancels out your buffs. Get rid of these guys. Who is shooting me from behind? Oh. There. Okay, I think I got all of them. But I don't really see warlocks among gilded dead until the next major act. And even then, they're kind of rare. There's only a few places where you're almost guaranteed to run into them. But if you're like me, my character, you don't have... Wow, something's hit me hard. Oh, it's got a cold staff. And a poison staff, damn. Yeah, ice and poison. I'm still vulnerable to that shit. There's only a couple. Like I said, only a couple spots where you're definitely gonna run into people like that. If you rely almost exclusively on passive buffs, not passive, but like active buffs, like say that necromantic cloud stuff you see that some of the liches using, then yeah, warlock can cancel that out. Kind of like that one Maynad hero we ran into at one point in Greece. The one that was actively resetting my abilities. Like that. Ow. Wow. Not me. Where's... There. No, excuse me. Woo. Get rid of the smaller ones. Always get rid of the smaller ones. They go down quicker. That's true for any action RPG game. Always get rid of the smaller enemies, more common opponents first. And then deal with the larger ones, because once they're by themselves, they're not as bad. Ah. Unless they're using a specific attack damage type that you're vulnerable to, but you know. Well, yeah. You can just anticipate that and use all of your potions or whatnot then, instead of beforehand. Why am I still here in the Valley of the Kings getting Greek and one of those relics and such? It's like, that doesn't make any damn sense. I could understand the Rakotis, but anywhere else, no. It's kind of annoying. Except for the mechanical parts, that's technically kind of a universal thing. I think you can get those from traps anywhere in the game. But still, friggin' annoying. Either that or I'm just being overly OCD about it. Which is, you know, a very good possibility. Right there, where's that bow? Whoop. There we go, that's better use of my space. Okay, well, that's one tomb cleared out. Time to go clear out some more tombs. So one thing that takes a while with this particular area of Egypt, so you gotta go in. Well, you don't have to go into every tomb, but I would highly recommend it just for the loot and for the XP before going into the tomb. What the fuck? Before going into the tomb of Ramesses. I'm just gonna pronounce it Ramesses just because, and someone can correct me if they want, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. How I heard it pronounced when I first heard the name. That pronunciation has stuck with me. But like I said, if I'm wrong, then feel free to let me know. Hello. It's also a good spot to farm sand wraiths is in this valley. And sometimes, what's that? Oh. And sometimes, oh, what's the other one? Those antlions. I knew there was going to be another one. If they don't show up in threes, then they always show up in pairs. Instead of that one, we'll go to the one right next door. And then we'll just walk right back and then get the other one. Slightly more efficient. Okay, which one was this? Tomb of Meren Ptah. Yeah, Ptah was an inventor. Wasn't he an inventor or / legal deity of the Egyptians? Wonder if that makes me wonder if this particular pharaoh was like into inventing stuff and was, you know, particularly intelligent with inventions and other stuff. Either that or somebody just really liked the name of the said deity and they incorporated it into his name of birth. Since I personally do not know the naming convention of Egyptians, much less Egyptian pharaohs, which would probably be a thing all of itself, all things considered, given their position and status in the Egyptian hierarchy, along with what they were, the fact they were expected to be god kings of Egypt. Oh shit, Shadow Stalker. Thank God you can actually hit those guys while they're still in shadow form and moving around rather than only when they stand up and attack you. I think there actually is an older mod that did make it that way. I'm trying to remember what that one was. Was it the D2 Immortal, perhaps? That might have been. That was the one that actually made the fighting much more realistic. Like birds, you couldn't barely hit them with a melee weapon, but you could nail their ass with a bow. Unfortunately, D2 Immortal was made for the older version of the game. Well before... Oh boy, oh boy. Blah. Well before Anniversary came out. And so it's not compatible with the present version of the game. God. Ghosts. Got more. Huh? Oh, hello. A couple of other mods were also rendered outdated by shit. By first the Atlantis DLC, and then the especially by the Eternal Embers DLC for expansion. No, not DLC, expansion. Eternal Embers is an actual expansion as opposed to Atlantis. I know I'm half spoiling some of the game for some people, I would imagine. I mean, we're getting relatively close to the final portions of the original campaign. Meaning the original Titan Quest, so... yeah. Well, I guess I shouldn't say we're getting close. Still got a whole nother act to go through. And it's somewhat longer one. I wouldn't say that it's... It doesn't feel long, I should say, just because you're not going on useless massive side quests or fetch quests like we did in this one. And you're actively just pursuing your goal. Tomb of Amenmeses. Or Amenmeses? I don't know how you pronounce that exactly. Ah. For a second, I half expected that thing to go click and explode with poison or something. There was a mod. What was it? Oh, what the hell is it called? It's, is it Legion of Champions? Or something like that? Where a lot of chests and other things were in fact heavily booby-trapped, because that's what the mod author liked. And it was actually impressively done. And it was actually pretty complicated to get it to work, but he made it work. I think it was Legion of Champions. It focused more on summons, and I made it so every class had some viable summons to work with, on top of their normal skills. Had new enemies, or new boss-like enemies. I'll have to try it, see if that works. That'd be a fun one to goof around in. I didn't get very far in it, but I was impressed by the amount of content that he had put in. Who was it that made that one? Was it Bumble Gumpy? Yeah, that is actually just his username. I think he's still around on the fan-made forums. I think. Could be wrong. Because, you know, I don't keep up with people's personal lives. Let's see. That's a lot of gold. Oh, shit. Why did I just pick up? I knew it. A lot of heavy maces. Itchy. Oh, shoot. No. You come this way. If I recall correctly, I think the pharaoh that was buried in this tomb is actually still very much half alive. Or unalive. Whichever way you want to consider it. And he can actually summon enemies. He's also annoyingly strong himself, so there's that as well. Ow. Blisks. Oh, shit. Ow. There he is. Look at this guy. Don't waste time with the summons. Whoa, that was close. God. Nah. There he is. That's actually an addition from Eternal Embers, I think. God. There. More summons, damn it. Oof. That hurt. I was using a poison staff with fire enchantments. There, fuck you. Asshole. I think his summon... Yep, his summons stick around even after he dies. Ow. Money. Whoa. Well, at least I didn't die. I think that's the only mummified pharaoh that we encounter in the Valley of the Kings. I think, as a actual set spawn. You have to, you always run into him in his tomb. It's a guarantee. What is that? Oh, Shrine of Mastery. Oh? Oh, hello. Goodbye. Hey. Oh, shit. Vile ichor. Damn it. Beetles luring me into a friggin' trap. Ah, there it just goes. Yeah, this is the tomb, I think. Yeah, that's the one we want. But we're not going to go in there yet. Like I said, we want to go through all the other tombs, get as much XP, primarily XP, as possible. Just because... What the hell? Oh. Just because, Man, you again? Just because, you know, that way we get the best chance of taking down the Telking. Which, you know, is a good formula to follow anyway. Always go down every side path in an action RPG. And wait, when you face a major boss, or any boss, you're already buffed up. Oh shit. Freaking ant lions. It could be worse, I guess. Could have been a bunch of Scorpos. I'm gonna do this. Oh, damn it. Oh, hey, got rid of all of them. I think their burn damage is doing more to me than this time than it was last time. Eh? Oh, here we go again. Come on. There's the other one. There you are. I figured it's a good idea to just get rid of them all. What do we got here? Oh, Shrine of XP. I'll take it. Give me more XP. I think it is. Ow. Yes, it is. Damn it. Okay. All that's left. Whoop. Wow. Not there. Okay, I guess we can't stand there. Ow. There's a big-ass worm. You think that thing could swallow a man whole in one bite? Wait for that spear to drop, just because... Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to put all that shit in the caravan. Oopsie-daisy. There's no more room anywhere else in my inventory either. Okay, we'll get the lowest tomb first, so that when we're done getting through all the tombs, we end up right back where we needed to be. More or less. Tomb of Thutmose? The Thutmose? That's another one I'm not sure on. Hey, level up. Strength. Finish that off. And Yeah. Increase the chance for that to be used. Let's see, and that would make extra fragments of damage. That would be nice. And then eventually, once I get that all buffed out, we are definitely getting the Seal of Fate spell. It's a very, very nice spell. Ow, ow. Ah. That one would be a good one for kiting specific enemies, I think. I don't know, I've never really used it, but it looks like it's a good one. I did use the Rune Mastery, I think, once. It's not usually my first pick, but I wanted to try something different. Usually well, then again, I usually play heavily modified classes. So, it's the closest to a vanilla-style playthrough I've done in a long time. I did do the playthrough with the Nemean, or Nidian, was it Nemean? Nidian? The one from Eternal Embers. It was kind of so-so. It was alright, I suppose. I wasn't overly impressed or otherwise unimpressed with it. Just kind of was there for the new class. I think it was more of I think it's meant to be more of a support class, or maybe a specialty class, as opposed to direct damage kind of class. What's this? Oh, Shrine of Mastery. I was gonna say, if that was a Shrine of Challenge, I wouldn't use that. Ah! Oh, those rune mines are surprisingly effective against these guys. Huh? Chitis' apex?
You can't carry anymore.
Oh. I can if I move something around. Okay. Pop out. Go to Thebes. Oh. Birds.
My weapons and armor are simply the best. Look for yourself. You will find no better.
Hear me. Whoops, I don't want to sell that. Actually, what is Engraved Ring of Fire? That's... it's okay. But it's not quite as good as mine. Mine gives fire resistance on top of it. Of everything. Yeah, I like what I got. Okay, what is this? Oh, it's an intelligence thing. Plus 10 experience gained, though. That's pretty nice. It's too bad I can't wear the damn thing.
So long.
Can I be of help?
Maybe. Maybe not. Ah. Let's see. Reduction enemy's health. Poison resistance, pierce damage. Let's see here. Significantly higher base damage. Plus it grants poison resistance, and this only has a chance to stun Slight reduction of enemy's health. Put those in here. Put that there. I could wear those new greaves. Damn. Oh, wait. What about the helmet? Bleeding when slow resistance would go down. Poison resistance would go up. Fire resistance. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I mean... Oh, wait. That's slow resistance, not stun. Bleeding. Still at 33%, though. I'll hold on to this helmet, though, in case I don't like what happens. What have I got? Got one of those. I got that. Gibby. Got that. What else do I got? What the? I just noticed. Just noticed that. Bowstring, bowstring. There's bowstring. I knew I had one of those. Do I have anything else? I don't think so. Huh. Where's that? There it goes. I don't see... yeah, I don't have mechanical parts, do I? Oh, wait, yes, I do. Okay, I think I've got pretty much everything. Freaking mustache. I need to remember to shave this off. It's getting too fuzzy.
Goodbye.
Hmm, 30%, 25. It's okay.
Mage armor. Start by.
And yeah, poison and bleeding are gonna hurt some more, but everything else is still pretty good. Well, hell, my fire resistance is almost maxed out. I think you can get a max of 80 on normal difficulty. I think it does top out on 80 at any difficulty, but then it's harder to get to that point on higher difficulties because it's a natural penalty that they slap on you. Kind of annoying. Yow! Ow! I twist my ass through a blade or two. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, crap. Is that a warlock? Yep, that's a warlock. Whew. At least he didn't disable my, or dispel my rune of life thing. But can that be dispelled? Yeah, I think it can. Oh, hello. Nice Spirit Lich. Not too much of a problem. I mean, granted, I think they can possibly dispel your stuff. I don't remember. I always get them confused with the Warlocks. I never remember which one. I know the Warlocks can, but I don't remember Spirit Liches can. Or maybe they use some other annoying attack. Yeah. I said, I can't remember. Excuse me. Hmm. Yeah. To another tomb. The tomb of Amenhotep II. Damn it. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. Yeah, you know what? Move everything over just because it's freaking driving me up the wall. Screw it, move that stuff too. Yeah, that's much better. The curse of OCD. That's a lot of ghosts. Whoa. Hello. Well, at least it's only a fire trap and not a blade trap. Ring of life. Well, nothing else in here. I think we still have 2 different tombs lit. And then we'll end up getting out of here. Well, we won't be getting out of here just yet. We'll be going into the Tomb of Ramesses, but yeah, we're that much closer to doing so. What was that noise? What are you doing out here? Ow. Alright, come on. Aha. Damn it, quit running away. Stop running. Ow. Okay, I can't hit him when he's doing that. You little fucker. Ha! Stupid damage reflection shield. Hey, that's cheating. I think he's immune to stun. There's a lot of gold. Wasn't expecting a golden scarab out here. That shit. I think these two tombs going into are interconnected. So it makes sense to go to this one first. Oh, fuck. Okey-dokey. And that. Yeah. Oh, the Tomb of Seti the First. Yeah, it makes sense that we run into his tomb in here since we're looking for the Tomb of Ramesses. You know, since how Seti was Ramesses' father. No. Splat. Damn it. Blah, blah, blah. Something in my throat. Ow. Oh, that's actually a lot of blade traps. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one. Now, the question is this tomb actually interconnected with the tomb next to it in real life, or was that just kind of a oversight on the development team's part? Because I do not know. Because, yeah, a staircase that leads directly into the tomb of Thuyu. At least I think it's how you pronounce his name. Did I just pick up the one non-magical item? Yes, I did. It's like the one non-magical item in the whole stack. Oh. Ow. Ow. There's Hakor. At least I think that was how he pronounced his name. I don't know, he died too quickly for me to really read it. Oh, that's a lot of shadow stalkers. Oof. Any more? No? Good. Oh, come on. There's an enchanted sword. Well, while I'm waiting for that, it gives me time to crack open this. Check my phone for any messages. No messages. Okay. Ow. Holding a 2-liter up by a tip is kind of painful. A little rough on one's fingers. Of proficiency. Another object I won't be using just because, like I said, I'm not in an intelligence build. I'm a strength and dexterity build. There, fuck you, ghost. Trying to shock me. Huh. Now we've got all the side tombs done. Well, quest-related speaking. Now we can go into the big tomb. And yes, Ramesses' tomb is bigger than all the more ornate than all the others. He even gets its own theme. Like I said last stream, I would really enjoy. Ow, my nose. I really would enjoy being able to see the Valley of the Kings. See these tombs. If only for their cultural value alone. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Shit. This tomb is actually a good spot to farm shadow stalkers, if I remember correctly. There are quite a few in here. I mean, granted, I don't think they normally drop anything but Demon's Blood as far as relics or charms are concerned. But it's also another spot that's relatively good for farming them, but it's kind of harder to get into. At least here you can just kind of walk straight in. The other spot you gotta fight your way into it, piece by piece. There aren't as many shadow stalkers there, so it's that's the one other major location that has a shitload of shadow stalkers. Well, by shadow stalker standards, there are not very many of them. Almost at all. I suppose that Beggar's Quarter in Memphis would be another good spot. Well, that one's a bit more dangerous just because they're more likely to be higher level and they carry magic equipment. And I think they're still there after you finish the quest for the Beggar's Quarter, but I'm not sure. I never went back. So I'm pretty sure they would respawn. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this is actually a really big room. Hey, more skeletons. What the heck was he wearing? Okay, so spirit liches, I think, are just the regular liches. Ah, that's why I took so much damage. Freaking ice staff with extra ice damage on it. Baby. Thought one of them was wearing something funny on his head, but turns out I guess I was wrong. This zombie. Whoop. Ow. Fucker. There. Get rid of these guys. Damn it. Oh, and it's a gas trap. Lovely. Okay, stand over here. Maybe I can grab the... Oh, good. It dissipated. So if I could just grab the loot without getting hit by the gas. My inventory is a mess. I don't like that. There. A slightly more efficient usage of my inventory space. Rid of this obelisk. Normally I expected there to be a hell of a lot more mummies in here. Yeah, nice try. Damn traps. Potion stuff. No. Of course, there's just one object that it didn't fall off exactly so. Of course, that's been kind of a problem ever since the Anniversary Edition came out. I mean, I think there were a couple items that would do that in the OG game and expansion, but it wasn't as common. And with Ragnarok, it added the thrown weapons, and some of those definitely would get stuck on chests and stuff like that. Damn mummies. Now it's another one. I wondered if there was another guardian. They used to show up in pairs. Yeah. Thrill steel. What the hell is that? $15 total speed. Oh, not. Oh, actually, that's a. That's a very early helmet. Wish I could have gotten it earlier. Nothing. Shite. Another one of those rotten core weapons. Oh, I'll pick something up I don't want. Nah. Although I am gonna have to empty my inventory out again. Here soonish. Ochito's staff. Maybe it's Ochito's. Nah, I think it's Cheto's. Ochito's. Yeah. Well, it would be kind of funny if it was pronounced Ochito's. I think I've pretty much gotten all the loot outside of the main boss chamber. As well as all the enemies. Okay. Oh no, wait. This room has enemies. There. Now I think I've gotten everything. I think. Yeah. Okay. Back to town. Sell my sheet.
My spears are straight. My greaves are sturdy. Look for yourself.
Actually, I want to check that amulet out. Stun resistance. Damage reflected. Shield block chance. Casting speed. Trap resistance. 9 armor. Pierce resistance. Actually, I kind of like the one I forgot, but I will keep that. Just in case. I mean, I have a pretty damn good amulet right now. But I don't know how effective it's going to be later on. I wonder if my, I have that. I wonder if, having casting speed increase causes my attack speed to be increased with the method of attack I'm using, because it's technically a spell.
So long.
Charging, but, well.
Storage? Caravan storage?
Let me see. Just 10 charge levels. No. Maybe not. I think it's one of those that works with, specifically with, melee attacks. Kind of like the one warrior skill, Onslaught. I think that's it. Oh, no, wait.
Goodbye.
Huh. Now for the boss. It's exactly who you expect it to be. Damn it. Oh, this is gonna suck. Cool door, though. Just defeat the Telkeen. He's already busted into the tomb. Oh, no you don't. Whoa. Oh, shit. Whoa. Ha 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 ha. Dosi, dosi, dosi. Oh. Block. Ow, okay, that hurt me more than anything. Oh boy. God damn it. Ow, ow, ow. I don't want to stand in that. That motherfucker is tough. No wonder the Order couldn't kill this guy. Ow. Especially when he's doing shit like that. He's a tough son of a bitch. Should have brought more healing potions. Well, at least he's half dead already. Hey. I think that's the actual one. Oh, that's about to stand. Oh, one I was beating on earlier was the one that was the illusionary copy. Well, slightly illusionary. Or not. Come on. He must have energy leech resistance. Because I'm hitting him with it, but it's not doing anything. I think I'm standing just outside the effectiveness of that spell. At least right then. Yeah, Actio's definitely a very tough devil. Oh no, not there. I mean, the Telkeens were all tough anyway, but for some extent. But this guy always seems to be particularly tough. Get you fucker. Ow. Oh, I'm standing in a bad spot. Is this the real Telkeen I'm hitting? Yes. Yeah, come on. Come on. Fuck you. Ugh. Whew. That was a rough fight. Electrical burn, fumble attack, slowed. Not too bad, not too great. Strange wedge-shaped markings in the clay resemble birds' feet. Oops. Wrong one.
Yes?
Wrong one. Ooh, that's a nice ring.
Be healthy.
Itchy neck, itchy neck. Alright.
Stranger, stranger! An aged priest entered Thebes not long ago, asking of your whereabouts. He went by the name Imhotep, and he was quite impatient to find you.
Oh.
The old priest was looking everywhere for you. Whatever he had to say, it must have been important. The old priest was looking...
Everyone asks where the monsters...
Yeah.
Have you heard the news? A terrible monster...
You defeated the Telkeen? Excellent! Perhaps there is hope yet. You must get to Babylon. Even now, another Telkeen is assaulting that city. What is this tablet that you found? Let me take a look at it. Oh, no. I know now what these Telkeen were looking for. This tablet reveals that within the Temple of Marduk, below the Hanging Gardens, rests the sickle of Kronos. This sickle was used by the Titans in the Great War and possesses the power to kill even a god. If this sickle is at the Telkeen's command, oh, we are all doomed. Hurry! It is most important that you get to Babylon right away. There is no time to go by land or boat. There may be a better way. Go to the Temple of Hatshepsut, where you will find an ancient portal. The Scepter of Eternity is a key to many realms, and can be used with the portal to transport you to Babylon. Place the scepter before the portal and walk through. Go with all speed. We may already be too late. There, the gates are open. Go, hero, or I fear to think what will befall us.
Nice. My kill. Oh, skill points. Let's see, put that there. Now we can clear out the rest of the enemies around Thebes. We also will have to clear out that temple. The temple itself really isn't that big. I mean, getting up to the top of the temple is a minor pain in the ass, but other than that, it's not that big. On the inside, at least. There. I think that's the last of the jackal men that we run into in Egypt. Oh. What? Where'd you come from? Fair few Dune Raiders through here on the path to the temple. But it's also the last of the Dune Raiders we see too, so that's kind of nice. What the heck was that? A feebling perforated knife of fire. Huh. A shrine of mastery. Nah. No, it's a villager. I have to go this way. Ow. There. Awfully sandy down here. I say that while it's in the middle of a frickin' desert. But more like it's almost like a storm has been kicked up or something. Not that there's a bunch of sand everywhere, which is kind of stating the obvious. I don't see any enemies. I thought there might have been some burrowed in the ground. Oh, that's a lot of scorpions. Yeah. More sand wraiths. This is also a relatively good spot to farm sand wraiths. Aside from the Giza Plateau. And, you know, Valley of the Kings. If you're looking for anything related to the sand wraiths. Which usually they don't drop much of anything except Demon's Blood. And there are definitely better spots to and enemies to farm for Demon's Blood. Oh, piss. There's a lot of mummies. Yeah, that's a lot of dead guys. Itchy Nick. Damn. Oh boy. Crap, it triggered both the friggin' obelisks at the same time. At least they didn't all charge at me at once. But that's what the Rune Mine spell would have been good for, if they did. Pizza Brawn. And this here is the single biggest room in this temple. Quite literally. Or at least in the game. I don't know about real life. So the majority of this is smaller rooms and narrow passageways. Battle marker. trap. There we go. Whew. Bone staffs. The Hall of Prometheus. Phew. Oh. Yeah, the one thing the next major area does not have, as far as general enemies, is an excessive amount of undead. I mean, it makes sense for Egypt just because, you know, burial and funerary rites are so prominent in ancient Egypt. So that makes sense. Now you'd have if there were a bunch of monsters, you had a bunch of undead. But the next major area actually has almost no undead. It's kind of weird. Whereas here you have them around every damn corner. Now, come to think of it, the next act does have more ghosts. I guess they do count as undead. But if we were talking like skeletons and stuff like that, they don't have nearly as many of those. It's one chunk of the Hall of Prometheus cleared out. Oh. Helm of Glory. What was the... Is that reduction? No, that's the light part of the enchantment. I'm trying to remember. That's elemental resistance to all damage and probably experience. I don't like the reduction to all requirements, though. Oh. Because if I rely on that and I suddenly change out my helmets for a better one, I was like, oh shit, now I can't use anything that I have on me. Bones. At least the booby trap can't hit me from up there. At least I think. Either that or it just wasn't hitting me. I don't know. Might have been stood in just the right spot. Ow. Why was that zombie just standing there? I don't know. Cinderbolt. I know I don't have one of those. I really ought to make some of those artifacts. Paved ring, helmet. I'll do dexterity so that I can, one, use that bow that I picked up a while back, and then two, also increase my chance of landing a critical and being missed by a critical. 20% chance to be used, that's not bad. Eventually we'll get those two. We'll increase our masteries a bit. Let's see. Oh, then that one. I will definitely want to use that one. That's good because I'll stack with my other elemental bonuses. And that actually helps a lot. Because then again, if something's resistant to physical, but not elemental, then I can still kick the shit out of them. XP, projectile speed. That's actually a really good one, too. What's this? Oh. I don't recall that one. Oh wait, yeah, they do. Yeah, that's one that certain enemies later on in one of the other expansions end up using on you. Okay, I'll have to get that one. Let's see, freezing mines. More runes across a larger area. How many? Yes, I still got quite a bit of stuff I need to put into that particular mastery. Still definitely going to be investing heavily in the rune mastery. Hello. Goodbye. Rogue's Charm. What does that do? Oh, all skills in rogue mastery. How much inventory space do I have? Yeah, I'm gonna pop back and dump my inventory. Though I don't have as much crap to dump out once I get rid of the boss. As there is one more boss.
The bows, I must tell you, nearly fire themselves.
Yeah, it's not as bad as the Telkine, but still annoying.
So long.
Storage? Caravan storage?
Yes, that is what a caravan is for. I don't like doing that because then I gotta move all my shit back where I wanted it. Fuck. Did it again by accident.
Your goods are safe with us.
The Sand Wraith Lord. Nightmare of the desert. Oh god, that hurt. Man, is he hitting me as fast as I'm hitting him? Oh, got slowed. It's kind of funny to take his summons out almost as soon as he casts them. I just noticed he's running out of energy. No more spells for you, asshole. Ow. That also really hurts. Splat. Let's see. I wasn't overly worried about that guy, just because, like I said, he's nowhere near as tough as the Telkine. It's kind of weird having him sit there as opposed to maybe having the Telkine in this room, as maybe he's trying to get to the other Telkine that's apparently in Babylon. That would make more sense than that he had someone else, you know, wait for you to slow you down in the Tomb of Ramesses, but meh. Wait, what? Papyrus winding? Where? Oh. Must have fallen in the damn hole. That's the problem with the chests in this room. They're all pointed towards all the holes here. It's like, well, what's the point? All your shit just falls in the hole. Yeah, portal to Babylon.
Please.
That's actually kind of a nice amulet. But I don't have a level for that, I think. Yeah. Up 6 levels below what I need for it. Oh. Could change out my potions. Oops, it isn't. Ugh. It's like an auto-clicker game. Otherwise known as arthritis in a video game. Or just video game or arthritis in general. No. That reduces my health regeneration and increases my strength by a percentage. I don't like that. Good in some ways, not so much in other ways. I mean, let's see. Does it really do more damage? No. It does hit a little bit faster, but...
Bye! Bye, Inanna! I thought the portals were a myth. How did you get it to work? But never mind that right now. You say that Imhotep sent you? It is good to hear the Order is still fighting in the land of the Pharaohs. I just hope you're in time. A Tailkin is forcing his way into the sacred chamber in the Temple of Marduk. It was guarded by the Order of Prometheus, and we have all but lost the battle. Hurry, warrior. You must stop him from breaching the sealed chamber.
So... he's already at the Hanging Gardens.
The Temple of Marduk lies atop the Hanging Gardens. Let us hope the Tailkin has not reached the sickle. Just find your way to the top. Go! Hurry! There is no time to spare! Hurry! Hurry!
Yeah, I'll do a quick little fight here. Oh god. Ow, 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 ow. You guys are tough. Oh, it's a Lord of the Deep. Ugh. Wow. Those are some tough bastards. That would be why freaking Ichthian Whompers. That's why I got her so hurt. What those do, oh no, I don't. Battle Rage? Don't I have that? Oh, maybe not. Well, that would be nice. Okay. Well, go ahead and sell these things that I just picked up, and that'll be it.
All equipment bought and sold. Best of luck.
Okay, that's that. Guess we are now finished in Egypt. We started Act 3. Almost going on 2 hours. And I got stuff I gotta do. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time. I don't know what I'm gonna play. It probably won't be Titan Quest, because I've already gotten to Act 3. I'm gonna take a little break from it. So, probably, it might be Far Cry 3 that I might play instead. Because I've kind of neglected that one. We'll see. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time. So, bye!